100 presents the high school game of the week. This week's matchup, the Von Steuben Panthers take on the Foreman Hornets. Welcome to Foreman High School in Chicago, Illinois, everyone, as we get ready for a Red North Conference matchup between the Panthers and the Hornets. I'm Perry Williams, joined by who else? Kenny McReynolds. And Kenny, two of the best teams in the city of Chicago in a conference game, and it will be interesting to watch, exciting, and awfully loud here tonight.
Yeah, you know, this is what basketball is all about, period. Nice small gym here at Foreman. Von Steuben kind of surprised this year. They were supposed to be a rebuilding season, but they're off to a great start. They've only lost one game in the conference. They're 14-4 overall.
Let's talk about the teams, and you mentioned the Von Steuben team, the Panthers, 14-4, 6-1 in the conference play, so they need a victory tonight to force a tie in first place, perhaps, after beating Taft the other night.
Yeah, you know, this is a very tough place to play. This is a very small gym, a real home court advantage for Foreman, so Von Steuben will have their work cut out tonight.
Okay, let's talk about the home team here tonight, the Foreman Hornets, and they've had an outstanding season at 16-2. They're unbeaten in conference play, and they've been doing great in the tournaments as well. Yeah,
they've been doing wonderful in the tournaments. Of course, they won the Chicago Public School Holiday Tournament. This team has really taken over the north side. For years, the power was at Von Steuben, but now, when you talk about Foreman, they have 5 D1 starters on their team. The power on the north side starts right here at Foreman High School.
Gives you an idea of the talent here tonight, and one of those for Von Steuben is Jamal Dantzler. He's an excellent player.
Yeah, you know, he has several Division I offers, Northwestern State, of course, UIC. This young man is averaging 15 points a game and also almost 7 rebounds per contest. He's going to have to come up big today for Von Steuben.
And for the Hornets, you talked about those 5 D1 starters, and Mike McCall, St. Louis bound, leads the pack.
Yeah, you know, St. Louis is so happy to get McCall. They are thrilled. This young man is averaging close to 19 points per ball game, 5 rebounds, and also 4 assists. On any given night, he's a triple-double waiting to happen.
It's a big Red North matchup here tonight in the city of Chicago. Kenny will be with me, and Eric Schmidt courtside as well. You're watching high school basketball on CN 100.
You're watching the Comcast Network, CN 100, Chicago.
Hi, I'm Calvin Davis, Director of Sports Administration and After School Learning for the Chicago Public Schools. Over the past 4 years, we've compared the data of the student athletes and the general student population. That data shows that in over 93% of our schools, student athletes have higher attendance percentages, higher grade point averages, and higher graduation rates. This study tells us that participation in sports makes a significant difference in student performance. Chicago Public League Sports is one of the largest programs in the nation, offering 31 sports to some 60,000 high school students during the school year and the summer sports program. We are very proud to provide those sports programs for students of the Chicago Public Schools, with the goal of improving academic performance and enhancing scholarship opportunities. We're also proud of our partnership with Comcast as we work together to support high school sports in the Chicagoland community.
Welcome back to Foreman High School on the north side of Chicago tonight, where the Panthers of Von Steuben will take on the Hornets of Foreman in a Red North Conference matchup. And tonight's game is brought to you by Comcast, America's leading fiber optic provider of video, phone, and internet. Call 1-888-4-BEST-TV. And by WGN Radio Sports Central with David Kaplan. Join Dave each weeknight on Radio 720 for the longest running #1 sports talk show in all of Chicago. I'm courtside along with Kim McReynolds, and we're joined once again tonight by Mr. Eric Schmidt. Eric?
I think I'm about 5 feet away from you on this court, Perry. These two teams met about a month ago at the Proviso West Holiday Tournament, where Foreman won that game by 20. Von Steuben head coach Vince Carter said the only reason that they lost, well, not the only reason, but the reason that we need to work on to win this game is shooting. They only shot about 30% in that game. They missed 15 free throws. And Coach Carter said that at some point there's only so much coaching he can do. The players need to be accountable to execute. Now, in a game like this, that becomes even more important for these players to execute, because there's a pretty good chance that no matter what Coach Carter tells them, they are not going to hear it. If you heard anything I said, Perry, I'm going to send it right back to you.
I think he said, thank you, Perry. That's the last thing I heard.
Yeah.
And Kenny, you've already had them lower the decibels a little bit. Here are the starters for Von Steuben. You have Justin Purnell, Hyler, Williams, Dantzler, and Varilla. So a good starting lineup for Coach Vince Carter. And then at the other end, there you see the Hornets and their starting lineup. Tommy Woolridge, Mike McCall, Levante Doherty, Eddie Denard, and Kevin Batson. Batson will be the forward. So there are your starters for the Hornets. So it's one of those gyms you see many times in the Chicago Public League, as you know, Kenny. Mm-hmm. Nice, small, and loud.
Yeah, nice, small, extremely loud. It's what basketball should be. You know, it reminds me of the old days back going to places like Westinghouse. Just a jam-packed gym.
Here's our officials, Vernell Turner, Terry Murphy, and John Vetter. Double duty for those three gentlemen as they worked a very exciting, entertaining sophomore game here tonight, a game that was won by Foreman. They held on and came away with the victory over the Panthers.
And I'd like to mention that we are on the second floor.
Yep.
Not many times we broadcast from the second floor.
We got a little elevation tonight, and the tap is going out of bounds quickly against the wall, and it will belong to the Panthers. And inbounding will be Nolan Williams. He is a senior guard.
And you know what's so funny is that the fans in the stands, if you're in the front row, you have to have your feet back. You can't stretch your feet out because you would be in the play. Because your feet would be on the court. You
might trip someone. This is Varilla. Now they work at the top of the key over to Hyler.
Well, that's great defense. Oh, man, that was
shot
really...
along the baseline by Varilla.
Well, what great defense by Doherty. You're going to be called with the body, boy, but before he got the contact with the body, he was doing a great job on ball pressure. Great job on defense.
Here's Paul, averages about 6 points a ball game. And comes up with the free throw. Here's the second coming up now. So he opens the scoring from the line. Just underway here. And Foreman High School right off Belmont, West Belmont. And he makes them both. His teammates cheer on.
And one thing about Coach Head here at Foreman, when he saw me today, he said, Kenny, welcome to Foreman. I know you have never been here.
And I think you've been about everywhere.
Yeah, I always saw him on the road.
And a block inside, and it forces the jump ball. Possession arrow in favor of the Hornets. A good defense by the Panthers.
Yeah, Williams with the block. Here it is again. Get the ball down low. Now watch Williams. It's come up with a nice right hand. Good block.
That's Eddie Denard. They're going one-on-one, and inbounding now is McCall. McCall gets it in to Denard, and a near steal. But backing out with it is Doherty, Levante Doherty. Man-to-man defense for the Panthers. Firing for three, and draining it is Doherty.
Well, this young man we know can score. He's averaging over 13 points per ball game.
And dish off back the other end, and Varilla. He has all 4 points for Von Steuben.
Boy, nice job getting the ball into the paint.
And work over to Woolridge. Now to the side, and Denard. Denard in the lane, and travel violation against the Panthers. So the turnover there. Here's the look at the Foreman three-pointer.
Boy, swing that ball around. Nice screen and nothing but net.
And the inbound. And resetting now will be Doherty. Doherty puts it up and he scores. So Doherty with 5 points. So it's the Varilla against Doherty show so far.
Well, and that's been a move everybody's been working on now. The little floater. You saw Doherty at that time with the floater. Doherty's UIC bound, correct?
Yep. Now they work back on top to Hyler. So also man-to-man defense, a little baseline drive. Good defense that time by Denard, and here's Denard on the drive. and he backs it back out. McCall for the three. Rims out. Strong rebound by Dantzler. Gorilla in the lane. Not that time.
Well, track meet.
Yep. Back and forth they go. And McCall dishes off to Woolridge. Woolridge over to Denard now. Once again the drive. Doherty in trouble and knocked out of bounds. It will be Hornets basketball with 5:25 remaining here in the first quarter.
As you can see, the jam-packed crowd here. There is not a lot of room here.
And Woolridge firing the three. Coming out with it, though, are the Panthers, and that's Parnell into the corner and throws it away.
Boy, what a hectic pace. There's one thing to run the fast break, but you have to be under control. And I think that's exactly what Coach Carter just said, guys. We had to break, but we have to be under control.
Yep. You
can have speed, but you need to control it.
And what did John Woody say? Smart quickness?
Yep.
5-4 our ball game. This is Batson, and he has it blocked from behind, and back on the break come the Panthers. And blocked at the other end by Denard, out of bounds.
Boy, welcome to the block party.
Yeah, really.
As Dante Jones checks in now.
He's 6'9" senior.
There you see Coach Head.
And the inbound goes to Jermaine Heiler, co-captain, and
Oh,
firing for three.
Nolan Williams from long range.
7-5, the lead for the Panthers. Nice feed underneath, and up and in goes McCall. His first 2 points of the ball game.
Well, McCall may get the basket, but what a great pass by Doherty.
Nice shake and bake, tough shot, high off the glass. Doesn't go for Nolan Williams. He was fouled, and Nolan will go to the line to shoot a pair.
Well, and Nolan knew that he was going to draw contact, and that's why he just put the ball up with his left hand to get 2 free throws. Because when you know that whistle is going to blow, just put the ball up towards the basket, and you may be fortunate enough to draw the 2-shot foul. That time the referee said, yes, indeed, he was shooting.
Well, you look at Nolan Williams, they list him at 6'3", but he has that arm reach.
What we call in basketball, long.
The long arms.
The delay is they're trying to get somebody a chair over the sidelines.
And nice.
Hey, watch the pass. Here's Doherty off the dribble. Now watch the wicked pass. Zoop, right there between 2 defenders for a nice easy layup. A beautiful job of breaking his man down off the dribble by Doherty to get McCall the layup. Got to get back.
Woolridge, and it ties it quickly as they were caught asleep watching the free throw go through.
Yep,
We're tied at 9.
Yeah, you always have to have a safety.
Heiler with it. Dantzler almost loses it, gets it back. Over to Heiler. Down the lane, high off the glass. Not there, battle for the rebound. And a near tie-up, but finally the battle won by Eddie Denard. Here's McCall. Pounded there by Parnell.
Oh, nice.
Dish off underneath the left hand. Nicely done, Dante Jones.
Great dribble penetration. You break your man down off the dribble, get into the paint, and drops it right down to Denard Jones. Or to Dante Jones, I'm sorry.
Really tight man-on-man. Gorilla, now they throw it around the perimeter. Back the other way. The shot taken by Heiler, not there for the three. The rebound taken by Denard, and back comes Doherty, and he tries the scooping layup down the lane, and he's fouled to go to the line.
Boy, and Coach Carter wants a 30-second timeout. Now, I wonder if this timeout is just to give this guy the break.
Yeah,
here it is again. Now, look at this. Beautiful dribble penetration. You just drop it down to the big fella, McCall. Doing a great job, and not only showing that he can score, but getting others involved with his quickness and great dribble penetration. But this has been a very hectic pace. I don't know how long you can keep this pace up that may be one reason Coach Carter called a timeout to give his guys a 30-second breather.
This is what Foreman has coming up. They have a matchup against the Leo Lions, then Northside Prep, and as you know, Kennedy City playoffs begin in just a few weeks.
Wow, where has the time gone?
And this is what the Panthers have done. They have the Wheaton North, and then Sen, that's a conference game, and Seton at Young High School, St. Rita, and then once again those city playoffs. Foreman has started 5 of 7 from the field. Boy, the season goes by so quickly.
Yeah, it really does. And those 5 of 7, a lot of those shots have come in the paint.
Yep.
Because the guards have done a great job of getting great penetration and then just dropping the ball off to the big guys.
Here's Doherty as a team. The Hornets shoot about 60% from the line. This is the first, the second coming up. They lead by 2.
Yeah, and that is not a good free throw percentage. So down the stretch, that could come back to haunt Foreman.
And plus, when you get in the playoff or tournament time, is now 6 points for Doherty. Tournament time, or playoff time, or state tournament time, especially if it's a hostile environment. And knocked out of bounds. Good defense. Ball will belong, though, to the Panthers. Inbounding it.
Denard with great defense.
Tough shot by Dantzler. Gets his own rebound.
Great rebound.
Puts it back up and still fighting for it. And now he's fouled Dantzler. What an effort by that 6'4" senior.
Well, this is the young man we talked about in the open. Averaging 7 rebounds per contest and just poured down 3 right there. And he just showed you why. He is big and strong, and he's quick off of his feet. Look at his upper body. He has the upper body of a tight end. But his quickness off of his feet is the reason he's averaging 7 rebounds per ball game. Now watch the rebound action in the paint. See Dantzler go up once. I didn't get it. Go up, fake, up. I'll take it again. One more. I'll take it. Between the 2 players, and the whistle blows.
And this is the second. The strong rebound by Jones. Now Doherty with it. Guarded there by Haller. Little crossover dribble down the lane. And he runs into trouble. It's a jump ball tie-up. And the arrow in favor of the Panthers. And Williams will inbound.
They do a great job of getting good shots. The guards really get deep into the paint. They being the Hornets.
Little spin move around the baseline. Put up and in by Dantzler.
Well, you always got to play that guy to his outside shoulder to cut off the baseline.
Now they feed in the lane to Denard. Denard spins and not able to finish. Dantzler is there defensively. Back come the Panthers. And a nice steal back the other way by Denard. And to Doherty. Doherty puts it up, but he's fouled on the play. Fouled by Jamal Dantzler.
Well, one thing Dantzler's going to have to learn. In a situation like that, you did not let that ball go up. You got to stop him from shooting. But see the nice spin move? You have to play him to the outside shoulder. If you play him to the inside like there, you will see where Dantzler would just spin around and get the baseline. And then you're hoping that your guys come over on a rotation from the defensive side, and that did not happen. As we have another missed free throw by the Hornets, as Doherty misses a free throw. Now this could come back to haunt them in a tight ball game.
Missed them both, but still control there as George Edwards has checked in, number 25. Edwards now with the ball along the baseline, dishes back out, and a nice steal by Dantzler.
Yeah,
Great anticipation.
One pass too many.
Yep. Chance to take the lead to the outside, firing away. Long rebound grab there by Jones. McCall, wide open underneath is George Edwards, and he converts.
Well, somebody went to sleep, and Edwards was just standing underneath the basket with his hands up, saying, hey, I'm open.
Parnell with it, now over to Highland. And it's knocked away there by Woolridge. Scramble for it. And a travel violation.
Oh, Coach Head thought he had the timeout. Coach Head was calling for a timeout, but they called a travel first. Well, look, somebody goes to sleep. Great pass and great recognition, because all of a sudden, George Edwards is just standing there. And you get the great 2 points.
Brian Christmas, number 21, has checked in for Foreman.
See, that's better defense.
Yep. And now nowhere to go either. He had to ends up with the turnover instead, and back the other way come the Hornets. Shake and bake. Shot by McCall doesn't go. The rebound.
Push
and
off.
to push off on the defensive player, Edwards. And the ball will go to the Panthers.
Well, George Edwards going for the offensive board. They call him with the push.
Inside a minute. Inside 50 seconds here in our first quarter. A very fast-moving quarter. And a little give and go.
Travel, wasn't it?
He looked by it like it, but he got the foul called, and Nolan Williams will go to the line again.
And if you notice, everybody in the stands are rotating their hands saying travel.
Yeah.
A lot of officials in the stands.
5 points for Nolan Williams. Make it 6. Now, Eric Schmidt talked about the game, the semifinal matchup at the powerful Proviso West Holiday Tournament, where Foreman won that game, but the Panthers came back and knocked off Lubbock North for third place. Now here's Christmas with it. Guard there by Varilla. Down the lane, dish off, and getting the hoop is Edwards.
At the right place, at the right time, George Edwards.
A 3-point lead. It's 13 seconds remaining here. Now inside 10 seconds remaining in the quarter. And with it is Dantzler now. Put over to Heiler. And it's stolen with 1.5 seconds. Back the other way at the buzzer. No, they wave it off. The clock has run out in the first quarter. With your score, the Foreman Hornets 16, the Panthers of Von Steuben 13. You're watching CN 100, the high school game of the week.
You're watching the Comcast Network, CN 100, Chicago.
Jane goes to school from 7:45 a.m. to 3 p.m. Then must go to softball practice from 3:45 to 6 p.m., followed by jazz practice from 6:30 to 9 p.m. What are you doing between 3:45 and 9?
A recent survey of Fortune 500 executives showed that 95% participated in activities while in high school. So don't just go to school, go beyond with the IHSA.
The Illinois High School Association. Challenge yourself.
Welcome back to the home of the Hornets. We're at Foreman High School on the north side of Chicago. I'm Perry Williams, on with Kenny McReynolds.
And you can see what I'm talking about, the feet. You can see the guys, one guy, his foot is in play.
Yep.
So go back, stop. See, right there. You got to move your foot, son.
Yeah, see
once
that
the
line
game
right
starts,
there.
yeah.
Yep.
Once the game starts, you got to move that back.
It shows you how crowded it is here. Eric Schmidt with us at 2. Man extraordinaire, Mr. Nick Pinto, with a score 16-13 in favor of Foreman after one. Foreman is 7-11 from the field, 1 from 3 from the line. Only 2 turnovers. 5 turnovers for Von Steuben. They did a lot of the scoring from the line, Kenny. 6 of 8 from the line, as they're only 3 of 9 from the field.
Well, if it comes down to a free throw shooting contest, there's no question Von Steuben has the advantage.
Yeah, their sophomore team had struggles. The Panthers really, they had a stretch where they only made 1 of 8, and then got in that big hole, and the Hornets went on to win it. But here's McCall. He'll fire away.
Bad shot.
Taken out of midair, and here comes Parnell leading the charge. Back at the other end, and another foul, and once again,
McCall.
It's Williams going to the line.
And I'm going to tell you why McCall made that foul. Out of frustration because he takes a terrible shot. See, he takes a bad shot down one end, so he comes back and makes a foul on the other end. And that's out of frustration because he knew that he took a terrible shot. And as soon as I praise Von Steuben's free throw shooting, they miss one.
Kenny Mack, what are you talking about? Don't say anything.
It never fails.
Missed them both. So it maintains a 3-point lead for the Hornets in their home bright yellow uniforms with black trim and numbers. And a fight for the loose ball. Steal taken. Back at the other end. And jamming it down is Williams.
Nolan Williams.
He has 8 points in the ball game. And another turnover. It all started with that defense, and Heiler stealing in the way and looking ahead, and there was Williams on the break for the big finish.
Yeah, and one thing that Foreman had to do was calm down. See, here it is again, off the steal. You get your offense from your defense, get it out, and slamming it down.
Back within one now. Now here's Dantzler, and he slides on the floor, but able to get the ball away. Heiler, he's working around the perimeter. Varela
nice
going
move.
baseline, and he
nice
a
move.
foul on the play. The foul will be on Kevin Batson. And now already it's a one-on-one situation. So this is the time too, if you're the Panthers, at least hit that first shot.
And you see, Coach Carter thought he was shooting because he did put the ball up in the air. Remember what I said, when you know there's going to be contact, you put the ball in the air. Sometimes you may get it, sometimes you may not.
Well, since you mentioned that free throw thing, they've missed 3 in a row. And a foul back the other way, 17 fouls, so that's why we're in the one-on-one situation against Foreman. Here's Woolridge taking it down the lane. A little floater will go. Tommy Woolridge.
As Floyd Campbell just checks in with us, but we had to tell him we're not the official scorers.
Yeah, we look pretty official, but we're not that official.
Oh, nice elevation. Oh, my.
Off the glass.
Did you see the elevation on that jump shot?
Now here come the Hornets. McCall has it blocked, and here come the Panthers on the break, slowing it down. They got to get control of the ball.
Oh, don't get up the man with the basketball. The man with the basketball is double teamed, and everybody just walked away from him.
Now they're going to set up their offense, and this is...
I guarantee you, if I was double teamed, I had the basketball, and I saw 2 guys walk away from me, I'm going right to the basket.
Yep.
I mean, he's doing it because the coach said bring it back out, but I saw 2 guys on me, and they both walked away. I'm going right to the basket.
Well, it gave Dantzler some time to wipe the soles of his sneakers. Now back the other way. They tried to feed it in the post to Varela, but now it's stolen instead, and a timeout taken, a 30-second timeout coming up, taken by the Foreman Hornets. Let's take a look at the Von Steuben basket.
Well, look at the elevation. Boy, Dantzler does a great job getting to the baseline. He just gets up so high when he jumps. His elevation is unbelievable. And you can see why this 6'4" wing had a lot of college scholarship offers.
Folks, tune in to Chicago Radio's #1 rated sports talk show, Sports Central with Dave Kaplan on Chicago's WGN Radio 720 weeknights 7 to 9. Anybody who's the biggest name in the sports world goes beyond the scores to bring you the latest news in Chicago sports. Sports Central, Chicago Radio's longest running sports talk show, 7 to 9 p.m. Dave Kaplan, Sports Central. It's WGN Radio 720 in Chicago. So it's 18-17 here with 5:26 remaining in our first half. Inbounding the basketball will be Denard, and now with it is Doherty, Levante Doherty. And a little push there as he started to go baseline.
Ooh, that could have been either way.
Yep. Looks like it'll be against Floyd Campbell. He mentioned just checked in. Just the 4th team foul on Von Steuben. They inbound it. And they wanted the tie-up, but they get the foul instead against Nolan Williams.
Yeah, Nolan Williams in there reaching in on Woodridge. Well, now you had to inbound the ball on the side and right in front of the bench. I don't think you really have enough room to go out of bounds.
This is Doherty. Another one of those D1 recruits you're talking about.
Well, they have 5 on this team.
I think he might be the one going to South Florida.
Okay.
Not quite sure. But foul on underneath as Kevin Batson made his move. And it'll be a 2-shot foul.
Well, Mr. Baston, let's see if he can make free throws. It's not even close. That's
Let's
not
go over
close.
to Eric Schmidt. He always says something valuable to say.
Well, you just set the bar pretty high. Thanks, Perry. You know, Kenny, you were mentioning how Von Steuben, a lot of people thought this was going to be a down year for them. But Coach Carter really started to coach over there in '99, and he built a so-so program into one of the most successful teams this past decade. Really said it was a process, but he found a potential negative of an academically challenging magnet school into a plus to draw some of those good players who otherwise might have been going to a Marshall or even a Foreman before. They now know they can go and be pushed in the classroom as well as the gym here at Von Steuben. And Kenny, I don't know about you, it's probably a message that Bill Carmody uses at Northwestern too, huh?
Oh, no question about it. No question about it.
Let's take a look at this in the break. This is Tommy Woolridge. Look at this tip back to himself and up and in.
Well, he knew the basket was going to be no good, so once he left his hand, he knew it was a bad shot. So what does he do? He follows his own shot. Once you let the ball go, you know if it's going to be good or not.
It's a 4-point lead and a chance to make it a 5-point advantage for Foreman. And nothing but net on that foul shot. A 3-point play the old-fashioned way. Parnell with it. Now Dantzler. Dantzler has it top of the key, makes a move, and it's blocked away by Woolridge. What hustle by Tommy.
Boy, great hustle by Woolridge.
Checking back in is Dante Jones, 6'9" senior. It's nice when you have a 6'9" player come off the bench, Ken.
But look at the length.
Yeah.
He's 6'9", but he looks like he's about 7'2". Look at how long he is. You know, usually they overestimate the size. I think he may be taller.
And tough and a jump ball. Great tie-up underneath as once again Denard doing the defensive job.
Boy, but Denard has been everywhere.
Yep.
He has been all over the floor today. Watch Denard come in with the hand. He'll just come in from behind, all ball, tie it up, jump ball. Well, that's a steal.
Stolen by McCall. McCall 1-on-2, loses it, and it's taken away.
Again, smart quickness.
Yep.
You can have the speed, but you have to be smart, as they call for thumbs up.
Now going to the zone are the Hornets.
So let's see what play thumbs up is.
They have to pop it back out. They're going to try to make the Panthers hit something from outside. Parnell with it. They trail by 5. Dantzler, the jumper short. Rebound tracked down, back to Dantzler now, and he's bumped, no call. Down the lane, dishes off instead. Heiler, little pump fake, ball fake, pass underneath. Nicely done as Campbell is there for the finish.
Boy, nicely done by the Panthers.
McCall,
Slip.
and he goes down. He slipped, but they also whistle a foul on the play. It's a 1-on-1 situation now.
I'm just happy that he was able to jump right back up. But look at Von Steuben. Look at a nice ball movement. They see the gaps in the zone. They attack it, and you come away with Campbell with the basket.
So here's McCall.
I'm just happy he was able to jump right back up because
Yep.
he really hit the floor hard.
Makes the first. Here's the bonus. Another substitution coming in as Batson comes back in.
So one thing about McCall going to St. Louis to play with Rick Majerus, you know the pregame meal is going to be pretty good.
Oh, yeah. Maybe a nice little snack after the game, too, Ken.
Yeah, a pregame meal will be pretty good at St. Louis.
They backed everybody off the line, and he made them both anyway. Now they have a little zone press off the made free throw.
Trying to get some steals, make it an up-tempo basketball game.
Lead back up to 5. And Varela was bumped there by Denard. He'll go to the line to shoot 1 and 1.
Well, one thing you don't want to do is foul a guy at half court.
No.
Because he cannot hurt you at half court.
That could be the third personal on Eddie Denard.
Yeah, well, you don't want Denard picking up his third personal at mid-court.
Yep.
Yeah, at mid-court.
Yeah. Here's the bonus shot coming up for Paul. He scored the first 4 points of the ball game. Let's go over to Eric Schmidt.
Or Kenny playing for Majerus may be like working for Comcast for us. When we get here for the pregame meal, there may be nothing left after Majerus is done.
Yeah, their crew deserves it, though, and it's nice and generous for sure.
We have a wonderful crew.
We do.
Outstanding.
Now in the zone will go the Panthers, back by 3. Long shot and by Doherty, and the long rebound taken by Varela.
Well, if I'm Von Steuben, I'll take that anytime.
Yeah, exactly. Boy, out of control was Williams, and he lost the basketball out of bounds.
Again, smart quickness. Yep. You have to be smart with the basketball. Unforced turnovers just to dribble the ball out of bounds. After you get a nice break, when they come down and take a bad shot, you get the rebound. But you have to be smart with your athleticism and your quickness. So now Von Steuben going back into the zone.
Doherty slowly brings it up at half court. And the Hornets spreading the floor. He has Woolworths to his right.
Well, remember, Foreman, they have the lead.
Yep,
so they are not in a hurry to come out.
Now they have some movement into the corner. And McCall from the corner. Woolridge a rebound. Will fire it up again and score. Tommy Woolridge with a jumper is good.
Yeah, see, they took their time because they had the lead, so there's no need to rush.
9 points for Woolridge.
See what happens when you take your time, make sure your offense is set up.
Inside 2 minutes now in our first half. Into the block, a little pass back out, fall away, jumper is good!
Boy,
by Dantzler.
How tough is that? As he just bounces off Kevin Baston.
Now 7 points in the game for Dantzler.
Now see what Von Steuben is going to, Foreman, they're going to take their time against the zone. They have the lead. They're not in a hurry. Get a good shot.
Yeah, well, there's a 3. Fight for the rebound. It's grabbed by Varela. Varela's a hustling type of ball player.
Varela has been everywhere tonight.
Eiler with it, and it's a kick ball. Parnell checking back in for Von Steuben. Here's Dantzler's basket.
Watch his basket. See, watch right off the bump. Boom. And he just bounces right off a basket. And there's Varela with the basketball. He's listed at 6'4". I don't even think he's 6'1".
No,
Is he 6 feet tall?
No, he's a battler, though.
He certainly plays a lot taller than he is.
Within 3 are the Panthers. Biggest lead of the night has been 5.
There he is
again. A couple opportunities, not able to cash in on the board. McCall back out to Woolridge, to the hoop, fighting for the rebound. And finally come out with it. Doherty has it. A near steal, back at the other end. McCall will fire the 3. Got it!
Long range 3.
Well, he is hot from outside. Excellent shooter. And that now is the biggest lead of the ball game. It's 29-23.
Now Foreman falls back into a zone, and Von Steuben's going to hold for 1 shot.
Dantzler with the left hand. Boy, is he screwed down the lane, Ken.
And is he strong.
29-25. Final seconds of the half. Doherty will fire the 3. At the buzzer, does not go, but the first half comes to an end here at Foreman High School. And the Hornets lead it by 4, 29-25 over Von Steuben.
McCall put on quite a great show with his long-range shooting.
Yeah, he sure did, and entertaining first half for sure.
Yeah, the first quarter was really up and down. It slowed down the pace a little bit in the second quarter because I didn't think they could continue that hectic pace. But again, when Von Steuben went to the zone, McCall was like, hey, this is what I want to do. You go to the zone, I'll shoot from the long distance every time.
Okay, let's go over to Eric Schmitz.
Thanks, Perry. First strategy question, Coach. You guys went to a zone in the second quarter. What'd you see? Why the change?
Oh, well, you know what? I don't think Von can't make that many shots. So we're not playing a good job. We're not doing a good job playing man-to-man defense right now. We giving up too many easy baskets. So I decided to go zone a little bit just to make a different adjustment and see if they can make some shots.
Now the fun question. I know you were turning people away for a game today. For the players, how much do they like playing in a venue like this as opposed to if they had a chance to play somewhere bigger?
Well, you know what? We had opportunity to move our game to our neighborhood elementary school where we normally play some of our home games at, but the guys wanted to play in the Nest. You know, we call it the Nest, and we want to get a chance to play Vaughn in our own house. We love playing here.
Thanks so much for the time, Coach. The Nest, guys. What do you think about the Nest?
Yeah, the Hornets Nest. Indeed, as the cheerleaders, the award-winning cheerleaders are entertaining everyone at halftime here on our CN100 Game of the Week, and the Hornets in their nest, leading by 4.
You're watching the Comcast Network, CN100 Chicago.
There is one place to catch the action, one place to experience the excitement. There is only one place for televised high school sports in Chicagoland. Comcast is your home for complete game coverage. Comcast is your ticket to extensive big highlights. Nobody delivers more local high school sports coverage than Comcast and CN100. Channel 100 everywhere.
And so, after due deliberation and much hard work on the part of both agencies, we've decided to award the contract to Abercrombie and Teetweiler.
What? You gotta be kidding me! Bad call, jeez.
This is pathetic!
Those ads went out with dancing cigarettes. What are you, blind? What are you, deaf? What are you, out of your mind? Fix.
We are back at Foreman High School where the host Hornets are up on Von Steuben by 4. I got Von Steuben coach Vince Carter. Coach, they went to a zone second quarter. They're daring you to shoot from outside. Are you guys going to fall for that trap, or what are you going to try and do offensively?
Well, we don't believe that just because you're in a zone, you have to shoot. We still think we can get to the basket. We do have some people that can shoot from the outside on the wings. We have a couple of plays, but we're trying to keep the game close. We don't want to get into a running game with them. We want to control the tempo. I think we did a good job of doing that the first quarter. They got 3 rebounds there and putbacks at the end. That's what made the difference.
Yeah, they had some good looks in that first half as well. Defensively, any changes for you?
We're going to stick with playing man and going to some zone back and forth. Other than that, we're not going to do things too much differently. I think we did a good job with that, so it's not broke, so why fix it?
Appreciate the insight, Coach. Thanks for the time. Stick with us. Second half action coming right up.
You're watching the Comcast Network, CN100 Chicago.
For the ultimate in high school sports coverage, turn on Comcast and get in on the game with Sports Weekly. Join Perry Williams each week for the latest scores and highlights from across Chicagoland. Sports Weekly gets you up close to the top players and the hottest teams in prep sports. So when you crave the action, get in on the game with Sports Weekly. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday at 6:30 here on the Comcast Network, Chicago's leader in high school sports coverage.
Welcome back to Foreman High School halftime, where the Hornets lead the Panthers 29-25. Let's take a look at those first half highlights for you. And early on, it was Levante Doherty doing the job here for the Hornets.
Yeah, I mean, he's showing why He's a St. Louis recruit. This young man has really done a great job. Here he is again. Off the dribble, nice pass down low to McCall.
Yeah, to Mike McCall. And now Jamal Dantzler, Kenny, this is where he went baseline.
Yeah, he went baseline, and you give up that baseline, you're asking for trouble.
This is where the Panthers fell asleep a little bit. Edwards wide open, George Edwards.
Yeah, beautiful recognition, also a beautiful pass.
Then on the break after a steal, Nolan Williams.
Put it down, big fella.
Tommy Woolridge leading Foreman with 9 points, including 2 here, plus he got the foul.
Yeah, he went up with the left hand, missed, but he followed his shot. He knew that left hand shot wasn't going to go in. Great move to follow it. But look at the shot here. This is a beautiful shot by Dantzler.
The little fade away, and then McCall, the big time 3 right before the half.
Boy, catch and shoot. Yep. Boom.
29-25, and those are your first half highlights right here on our CN100 game of the week. And it's certainly a very entertaining first half, but we'll see what happens as far as the second half, as far as the outside shooting. Take a look at our stats for the first half, courtesy Statman Extraordinaire, Mr. Nick Pinto. 44% field goal percentage from Von Steuben.
Not bad.
Not bad.
52 for Foreman. Free throw shooting not well. 3-pointers, okay.
Yep.
And we have another look at some of our overflow crowd here.
Yeah, they do a great job keeping everyone enjoying the game as Vince Carter takes a seat on the bench. And he's one of those coaches. Sometimes you see coaches very loud and animated, and he's a busy coach, but he does things kind of quietly.
I bet he won't be in that seat long.
Nope. And Williams on the break, but it's knocked out of his hands by McCall. And now the inbound. Right off the inbound, and a foul as they kind of caught him napping a little bit. And that means going to the line will be Parnell. Or check that, it's Williams again.
Well, one thing I like about Williams that time, he went right to Baston to create the contact. He took it right to him to create the contact to come away with the 2 free throws.
He's 3 of 6 from the line, make it 4 out of 7. Second opportunity. And it rolls and it rolls and it rolls through.
Boy, a little body English, but it went down.
Yep. A little crossover dribble by Doherty now. A little spin move down the lane, high off the glass. Nicely done by Eddie Denard.
And did you notice the way Denard used that big upper body of him to create some space? Put the shoulder down, back your man up, create the space to come away with the nice move.
Now the hand up to Jermaine Heiler, co-captain, along with Dantzler. Parnell.
So
with it, and here's that zone they were talking about. Let's see what they can do to either penetrate through some nice passing, some screens, or if they can open up someone from outside to get a few shots. Nice passing around. Heiler will take the shot and hit it.
That was great ball movement.
That's a good way to get right back into it, make it a 1-point game. And battle for the loose ball, a tie-up. Officials right there.
Everybody going to the floor.
What's up with it?
Everybody on the floor.
And possession arrow in favor of the Panthers. Here's that Von Steuben basket.
Boy, they did a great job. Yeah, just a great job of basketball, moving the basketball around the zone, coming away with the big basket.
And that required a big leap, too, by Williams to keep it in bounds. Tyler has it now. Now they go back to the man-to-man.
Yeah, well, you get a 3-point out of the zone. That gets you out real quick.
Yep, it sure did. Very next time down. Keep them guessing, too, offensively.
5.
And it's the 5-point
5 seconds. You know what Eddie Denard, give great credit to Eddie Denard. He put his hand out. And once he put his hand out, that started the official to start the 5 count. A lot of people think you just have to be on your man, but if you was in arm root distance, that's why he put his hand out. And once he did that, the official counted to 5.
Levante Doherty between the legs, dish back out to the corner. McCall hits it for 3.
And see, they take advantage of the good defensive call when you get the 5 count.
10 points for Mike McCall. Murray hit that three right before the first half. A push-off foul on Dantzler.
Yep. Put the arm out. No question about it. See, now watch McCall right here. Catch and shoot. Boy, what a quick release.
Doherty. Down the lane, spin move. Puts it up and in, +1.
And they count it. And that's why you always put the ball in the air when you hear the whistle or feel contact.
And a quick timeout taken by the Panthers. They had pulled within 1. But now it's 34-30, or 36-30 rather. And a quick timeout taken by Vince Carter. Folks, make sure you tune in to Chicago Radio's #1 rated sports talk show, Sports Central with Dave Kaplan on Chicago's WGN Radio 720, weeknights 7 to 9. He interviews the biggest names in the sports world, goes beyond the scores to bring you the latest news in Chicago sports. Sports Central is Chicago Radio's longest running sports talk show, so it's weeknights 7 to 9. Dave Kaplan on Sports Central, Chicago's WGN Radio 720. So a chance to complete the three-point play is Doherty. Doherty does a great job running this offense.
He does a tremendous job with the offense and just a beautiful spin move, and he just puts the ball up in the air. Hey guys, you got to get the foot back. We need a get-back guy.
Yep.
You got to get a get-back guy. Get that foot back.
Doherty now has 9 points. But the previous time, remember, he went the other way and dished out to McCall in the corner. This time he reversed his pivot and took the shot himself and has the three-point play. And that now is their biggest lead of the ballgame at 7. Back to the man-to-man. Eiler, a little move, baseline, takes it to the iron, and he draws the foul.
And as you can see, Mr. Denard does not agree. Mr. Denard's not happy with that.
And
you know why he missed that free throw? He just took the ball from the referee and threw it up.
Yep.
He did not take his time. He just got the ball from the referee and boom, shot it. Same thing.
Yep.
He did not take his time.
So 2 more missed free throws.
You have 10 seconds. You should take them. He shot it within 1 second.
Here's Dantzler again, high off the glass, rims out. Battle for the loose ball rebound. Not there, out of bounds, and it will belong to the Panthers.
Boy, on the backboards again. Foreman just crashing the backboard.
There was like 4 players there.
Yeah, Eddie Denard really leading the way.
And heavy traffic put up underneath. Is Heiler. What an effort by Jermaine.
How did he get that up?
Knocked out of bounds. And out of bounds it goes. And it will belong to the Panthers. So a couple of back-to-back turnovers by Foreman. Let's look at that.
How did he get this up? How did he get this off? He hits the bottom of the rim of the backboard, gets his rebound, and puts it up.
37-32. Williams with it, picks up the dribble to Heiler. The Dantzler. Between the legs, Dantzler trying to get the screen. Now they work it around the perimeter, pass it inside. And it's blocked by the Hornets.
Big Jones with those long arms we talked about.
Heiler will take the 3. No call. And back come the Hornets on the break. Woolridge gets it back, fires in the 3. Tommy Woolridge.
What a quick release. As soon as he gets the ball, one dribble, boom, it's up.
He has 12 points and the lead is 8. Back the other way, hitting the 3 is Justin Parnell. Team's trying to heat up from beyond the stripe here in the 3rd.
Okay,
Woolridge, another 3.
I can do anything, you can do better. All right, do we have another three-point shot attempt here?
I know, it's back to back to back. Let's see what happens on this time down. Oh, just a 2-point off the glass by Howler. Boy, he makes some tough shots, putting another one right there.
I say he's so strong, that upper body's so strong, he just bulldozes his way into the paint.
I don't know for sure, but I would imagine Mr. Howler Jermaine was a pretty good football player, too. 6-point lead. Dancer now, dishes back out. McCall hits a three.
Why not?
Mike McCall for the triple.
Coach Carter's going to take a timeout.
Beyond the arc, the Hornets are stinging the Panthers 46-37 to 48.
You got to get out there.
Three straight threes for Mike McCall.
Yeah, you have to find McCall at all times. You got to find him.
And there's not a very friendly Hornet.
Hey.
I don't know if there is such a thing, but
Hornet's nest.
Yeah. Yeah, they're feeling it now here with a 9-point lead, and they've done it from outside, Ken. McCall hitting the threes, and then, of course, Tommy Woolridge a couple of threes. Here's the last 4 baskets.
Here's your last 4 baskets. 3.
By Purnell.
3. Okay, now here's your drive to the basket. Hey, how about one more 3?
Yep. Back out.
One more. Catch and shoot and 3. But you notice underneath the basket that Von Steuben is shooting on the right side, there's no pad underneath. You can see the padding on the left side.
Yep.
There's no padding on the right side. And some coaches won't play because they think that's dangerous. I don't think it's dangerous, but I know some coaches would like to have that padding because they don't want guys hitting their hand or their heads when they jump that high against the backboard. But I didn't have that problem.
No, I mean,
I couldn't reach the padding.
Give me a trampoline, maybe. And a foul as Howler started to make his move down the lane.
See, is he right there?
There it is. Half is there, half is gone.
See, the right side there, left on your screen, there's no padding. The other side, you can see the left side, there's your padding.
Dantzler down in the corner. That time the 3 doesn't go for Parnell, and it's Woolridge with the rebound. Dantzler, look how well he controls that basketball.
Oh.
Little crossover moves.
Timeout.
Timeout taken. A 30-second timeout taken by the Hornets.
You know why? Because that was so close to a 5-second
Yep, it was.
count. And remember now, the coaches can call a timeout from the sideline. The player does not have to call it.
All right, game of the week takes you to Bartlett as the Hawks battle the Streamwood Sabres. Tune in on Saturday, January 30th at noon and 4 p.m. for this Boys Upstate 8 Showdown. For additional air dates and times, visit our website at cn100.tv. The Sabres and the Hawks.
That'll be you and I, right?
That's right. We'll be back together. Back together again on tour.
You have to tell me how to get to Bartlett. I have no idea.
Once again, Ken will leave some Reese's Pieces away, a little trail for you.
Oh, man.
You go to Bartlett.
I'll leave my house about noon.
Yep.
Maybe I'll find it.
Start a week early, Ken.
For our listeners, viewers at home, I am directionally challenged. I have no idea how to get anywhere.
So somehow you made it here tonight with police escort, perhaps.
Yeah, I had to call somebody to get me here.
Oh, here's Dantzler. Now check that, not Dantzler. That's Doherty.
Look who's up high for the rebound.
Barbarella. That's a big miss, too. This is an opportunity now for the Panthers to scratch their way back in. They trail it by 9.
And one thing they have to remember, you cannot get this 9-point lead back at once.
No.
Just play your game.
Yep. Get a couple hoops, go to the line, stop the clock. Long way to go. And this is a young man that's been at the line plenty tonight, Nolan Williams.
And that's going to be on Kevin Baston.
He now is
that's
3.
His 3rd. So he's going to say, Baston said, what can I do, ref? I just stood there. He ran into me. But that's always a difficult call for the official to make. Because a lot of times you see guys just standing there with their hands up, but they'll move their lower body and initiate a little contact.
Nailing them both is Nolan Williams, and a substitution as George Edwards comes in. Williams now with 12 points for the Panthers. (46-39). Let's see if their defense, particularly right lately, it's been the and now they forced a turnover as McCall throws it out of bounds. He thought someone was breaking backdoor to the hoop.
Yeah, a little miscommunication because he certainly thought they had a backdoor play call.
Wide open now is Dantzler, and he misses the jam, but the rebound by Williams won't go. Dantzler has it. Battle underneath. Finally up and in by Heiler, Jermaine Heiler.
They're playing volleyball on the backboard.
Yep.
On the offensive end. You have to box out.
4 straight. Now that's catch and shoot. Not there. Quick shot. Fight for the rebound. Varilla comes out with it.
But look at the way he protects the basketball. Boy, what a great job by Varilla protecting the basketball. Coaches tell you all the time, just put those elbows out. That will keep the defense away from you. That's the way you draw it up in practice. With a great job of that young man right there in your screen. He did a tremendous job
Fouls on
defending
George Edwards,
the basket. Here it is again. 1 shot, 2 shots, 3 shots. Easy 4. Yep. Smallest guy on the court comes away with the big basket.
Back to the man, and finally they get in the hands of Dantzler. Dantzler making a move down the lane, and it's blocked from behind by Jones. Back the other way. And here comes Doherty, and a foul on the play.
Well, how strong is Mr. Doherty?
Yep.
You saw Barilla grab Doherty, and Doherty, he just bounced off of him. Now watch, he just bounced, here's the block. Now watch the way Barilla, watch the way he'll bounce off Doherty. He grabs Doherty, and he goes down.
He kind of looks at him and says, take that.
He's like, hey, what are you doing? Oh, we have blood on Villa. He has a bleeding from the mouth.
And so Floyd Campbell will check back in. And a 2-shot foul, and at the line will be Levante Doherty.
So automatically you have to bring him out.
Yep. Isaac Sims will be checking in too. Missed free throw by Doherty. He's 2 of 5 from the line, and there you see the little contact and break now for Dantzler too, with 35 seconds remaining in the third. Give him a little blow.
You give him a blow, then you get the 2 minutes in between quarters.
And the rebound taken there by Isaac Sims, who just checked in. Nolan Williams, and it's stripped away by Doherty. He has a man in front, and the layup is up and in by Chris Norris.
Boy, nice bounce pass there by Doherty.
Boy, Doherty has really done a nice job leading the charge tonight. Back the other way. A little hook shot up and in by Campbell. Inside 6 seconds now. Woolridge fires, not there. The putback goes up and in at the buzzer by Edwards. And count it as the third quarter comes to an end here at Foreman High School on the north side of Chicago.
Right at the buzzer.
Yep, CN100 High School Game of the Week. And the Hornets lead it by 7. Fourth quarter coming your way next.
You're watching the Comcast Network, CN100 Chicago.
The Holocaust, a word that described the darkest era of humanity. Now, for the first time on television, the Illinois Holocaust Museum and Education Center is profiled. Get an in-depth look inside this living memorial. Hear the moving stories of 2 Holocaust survivors and find out who was behind the creation of a Holocaust museum here in Illinois. Comcast proudly presents Site of Remembrance. Sunday at 8:30 p.m. and Monday at 9 p.m. right here on CN100.
Welcome back, everybody, to Foreman High School. I am Perry Williams, along with Kenny McReynolds. Eric Schmidt with you, our statman extraordinaire, Mr. Nick Pinto. And there's another angle at the basket that finished the quarter.
Boom, just tip it right up. Don't bring it down, just put it right back up for
Edwards has 6 points off the bench. for the Hornets, who enjoy a 50-43 lead. As a big third quarter for Heiler, he had 9 points. Now Woolridge leading all scorers with 15.
On the alternating possession, they're talking about the arrow. And see, that's why I think you should just toss the ball up at the beginning of each quarter.
Now they're still trying to get the clarification, and there you see Terrence Head.
Yeah.
Very successful head coach, of course, for the Hornets. And
yeah, see, that's why I don't like the possession arrow. I've never liked the possession arrow. I think you should be able to toss the ball up. I think it's the worst rule in all of basketball.
Heiler has it. Guarded by McCall. Stripped away and a foul.
Well, they're going for the basketball.
Yep. Foul is on McCall.
And, one thing I think that the Hornets will have to do now, they have to realize the officials are calling this game a little closer now here in the second half.
Yeah, they have. Yeah.
So they have to realize this. So every time you go for a strip of the basketball, you have to be extremely careful to make sure you get the basketball, because the whistle has been blowing.
Well, this time he made the free throw. Took a little more time judging the free throw and made them both. So it's now a 5-point ball game. Woolridge with 15 tonight. Making a move, shoots, short on that jumper. And the putback. Yep, followed the shot. Now with 17. And I think we're getting the...
oh, you need somebody to get the people off the floor. Here it is again. The shot won't go, but look, he'll just follow his own shot. Doesn't bring the ball down, just tips it right back up. And that's what you want to do. You do not want to bring that ball down. And, of course, the gym is so small, they had to blow the whistle and ask people on the sidelines to put their feet back.
Yep. Pants on the ground, feet on the floor. And once again, a foul. As Dantzler's had kind of a quiet second half so far, trying to get untracked.
So now they're still talking about the possession arrow?
No, they're talking about whether it's a one-on-one situation. One of the foul is on Edwards, will be his third. With 7:16 remaining in regulation time, it's a 52-45 score.
Well, you know what? This is a great job, too, by the official. Just come over to the book, ask the scorekeepers, what do you have? Because the coaches are asking, and if one book does not have the same as the other, they get together with the two bookkeepers and say, okay, what do you have? Because the home book is the official book.
And evidently the official call now will be a 1-and-1. And so Dantzler to the line. This is where, if you're Von Steuben, you need to make these foul shots.
Well, great job by the official to go over, get it right, to make sure what the foul situation was.
Good conferences, Red North, as Foreman coming off a victory over Lincoln Park on Tuesday night. Others in the conference send Lane Tech, Taft, Peyton, Northside, North Grand, and Uplift. 7-0, the Hornets in conference play, 6-1 for the Panthers. So trail now by 5. Woolridge fouled by Williams as he started to make his move to the left side of the lane.
Yeah, with the body, the lower body.
3 personals now on Nolan Williams. And you're right, Kenny. Coach Carter didn't stay seated for a while. Shot from outside, and Williams with a nice rebound. And on the break, looking for Heiler. Heiler with the left hand, and it rims out for him.
Oh, that ball did everything but go down.
No goaltending call.
Well, see, he wanted goaltending because he's saying that he hit the backboard.
And now a blocking foul at the other end.
See, Coach Carter's upset. He's not saying that the ball was blocked on the rim. He's saying that he hit the backboard, and that's why he wants a goaltend.
You know, you were mentioning before, everyone does a little traveled signal.
Yeah.
They're all doing the goaltending.
Everybody wants the goaltend.
His first trip to the line tonight for Eddie Denard, a UIC recruit.
Now you watch it. Now you watch it. Up and you know what? Not only did he hit that goal, the backboard, he shook the backboard.
Yeah, it was a clean hit.
That should have been a goaltend, because not only did he hit the backboard, it shook the backboard.
Okay, missed the second, but a nice rebound taken there by Campbell.
You know how strong you have to be to shake the backboard.
Yeah. And fighting for the ball is Dantzler, is sliding all over the floor. And now a quick timeout taken as Varilla has it.
And everybody hit the deck going for the ball. I tell you what, Jamal Dantzler was just diving on the floor there.
Folks, game of the week travels to the western suburbs as Geneva hosts St. Charles East. Tune in on Monday, February 1st at 7 p.m. as the Vikings take on the Fighting Saints. For additional air dates and times, visit our website at cn100.tv.
Boy, everybody's diving for loose balls. Everybody's going to the floor. This shows how important this ball game really is in the Red North.
Yeah, no question about it. Yeah, a little singing and dancing to go along with all the excitement of high school basketball.
Oh, yeah. A lot to dance about. And look at our scammer guys, right in the action.
Gary and Eric, the left to right there.
Yeah, right in the action.
Doing a great job, as always, yeah. They had to clear some space.
Yeah, in the middle of it all.
This, of course, is the high school alma mater of our producer-director, Andy Ziokowski's mother.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, I thought you were going to say it.
She used to roam these very hallways. Now a chip off the old block. Now dish off to Varilla. Nicely done. Dantzler hitting Varilla, breaking to the hoop.
Well, that's a drawn-up play, and that's the kind of play you want to get coming out of a timeout. You want to get a set play to get a good shot off.
Now they trail by 4. Doherty backs out. And a block, but a foul is called.
Well, here's the block. Doherty creates off the dribble, goes to the left, and say, I think that foul.
I think the first one might have.
Yeah, is it Hiller? Did they give it to Dantzler?
I don't know who they
Hiller?
called it on. It looks like they will be against Dantzler.
Boy, I thought it was Hiller.
Yep. And I'm missing the free throw.
But they missed the free throw, so.
Yeah, it's Doherty. The Dantzler will have to take a breather.
Boy, this young man, Coach Carter told me, like UIC's recruiting him. How good was he looking at UIC uniform?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he could play for UIC today.
5-point lead. Now the pressure off the inbound, and they get it in, and now a foul quickly against McCall.
Well, like you said, here in the second half, the officials have decided to call the game extremely tight. So the players have to adjust to the officials. The officials do not have to adjust to the players. So they're calling a tight game. You just have to adjust. Here it is again now. Watch the reach in right there. They're going to call the foul.
So 1-on-1. Now second coming up. Nolan Williams making a living at the line tonight. As Chris Norris checks out and back in, or Lamar Williamson rather. And back in is Batson. 9 for 14 from the line is Williams tonight.
You got a ball game, folks.
Yeah, 3 points.
One possession game.
Yeah, it was. Remember, it was 9 at one point in the third quarter.
Oh,
the
look
call,
at that.
The scope, it's good.
Offensive foul.
And the foul.
Paul Varilla takes the offensive foul.
Boy, is he a heady player. Remember, he's the young man that went out with the bloody mouth.
Boy, I tell you what, you stop the bleeding. Now, look at this. Just stand right there, and he bowls him over.
Yep.
Good call.
Fourth personal on McCall.
Okay, you get a good shot, you can tie it up here.
Williams with the scoop way up there within one. McCall at the other end. He
Another
double
charge.
clutches.
Oh, there's going to be a block.
And a blocking foul is called.
It's the hardest call in basketball to make, the block charge. Well, one thing that we see right here, Mr. McCall wants to take over.
Yep.
Your senior leadership. He's just saying, give me the basketball. He can get to the basket.
Automatic right there.
Boy, that was... Boy, look at this basket. What a nice move there. What a beautiful move there by Nolan Williams, just attacking the basket.
Now McCall with a second opportunity at the line. Hits it. Now once again, a little light pressure off the inbound. And a near travel. And a near steal. Williams is...
Boy, double team.
And a quick tie-up jump ball possession arrow in favor of the Hornets.
I say he was actually triple teamed because you had the mid-court stripe, so he couldn't go into the backcourt. Then he's double teamed, so he's really triple teamed.
5:28 remaining in the fourth. Here's Doherty, dishes off, not there. The putback up and in by Batson.
And that's what you want to do. You just follow the shot, you get a tip with your hand, and you tip it in.
They got to work on the spacing here.
Yeah, spacing against the press was not good.
They work it around. Williams will back away and fire the jumper. Barilla, the rebound. And doesn't get the roll, but he'll go to the line, followed by Woolridge.
I like this player.
Yep.
I like him. He is a gutsy young man.
You know,
don't hear a lot about him coming in, but this young man has been the heart and soul of this team tonight. You know, look, he had his lip busted, bleeding a little bit on the floor.
Taking the charge. Making the free throws. He scored the first 4 points of the game.
Well, here's what you want to do. You just follow up. You get your own shot. You don't bring it down. You just tip it right up. And you see Baston knew that the shot wasn't any good, so he just follows it up.
And gets the roll on the second. 58-55. Here's Doherty. Doherty. And he will draw a foul.
Boy, coming into today's ball game, looking at the stats, Barilla averaged just 2.9 points a ball game.
Maybe, but certainly surpassed that tonight.
Yeah,
but more than anything, it's his real hustle.
Boy.
Doherty at the line. And here's the second shot coming up.
And look who's coming back, the long Dante Jones.
Yeah, that's not a bad player you want to, if you make this free throw, put that press on again.
I'm going to bet his arm span, his wingspan must be about 7'4".
Yeah.
Because his arms are so long.
And off the miss. And Burrell was able to bounce it back down. And a near steal by Woolridge. Headed play by Tommy.
But what you're going to have to do, and I like to say, I call it oomph. You have a little oomph on the ball. You just can't lob it. You got to throw the basketball, get it there. Snap your wrist, step through, throw the ball, get it there. You just can't lob it like that. Put a little oomph.
To Doherty. Boy, that press has really paid off.
It really has.
Doherty. Now to Woolridge. Makes his move. Takes a shot. Rebound taken there by Parnell, and a whistle.
Boy, again, it's great to have great pressure, but you don't want to foul a guy in the backcourt. You don't foul him that far in the backcourt.
Not with a 5-point lead and 3:28 remaining.
Well, now you stop the clock, and you put Von Steuben at the free throw line.
2-shot foul.
And you can see Parnell is tired.
Yeah, it's first time in the line tonight, too.
He's tugging his shorts. And again, he didn't take his time. He got the ball from the referee, and he just put it right up. A lot better now. A lot better.
And it pays off.
He took his time, you could tell.
I don't think he's come out tonight. He's been there throughout.
Yeah, but you could tell he was tired the way he was leaning over and tugging on his shorts.
The lead is 4 for the Hornets. Doherty off the glass.
Well, he's not tired.
Williams will take it to the hoop. And the putback will go for Varilla.
Varilla. Well, see, I like this by Foreman. They are not in a hurry, and he bounces the ball out of bounds.
He was looking, Woolridge was looking for Doherty.
But watch the tip in. Here's our guy. Watch Varilla. He said, I'll take it. That's my guy. That's my new guy right there. That's my guy.
Now here's that pressure. And they break it for Varilla. And he is just...
Offensive foul? No, the other official's going to overrule that.
Yep.
You know what? That's the right call. The offensive foul call was a horrible call. The other official's going to overrule it. Here it is again. And this is not an offensive foul, folks. There's no way. This is on Baskin. It's his 5th foul. But it cannot be an offensive foul. One official said offensive foul. He's going to be overruled. The other official said no. 2 shots.
Yeah, that was the confusion.
Yeah, it could be. It wasn't an offensive foul. You know what? I wonder if he just made the wrong signal, because it couldn't have been an offensive foul. Maybe the official signaled wrong. Maybe he was saying on the arm like this, and people just thought he said offensive foul. Because it wasn't even close to being an offensive foul.
I mean, he was moving. And
so, yeah, maybe he just signaled wrong and was saying on the arm, and people thought he was just saying offensive foul.
Varilla nails another one. It's a 2-point game now.
See, that's my guy. That's my guy now. That's my guy.
A Kenny Mack guy. Doherty to the hoop. Fight for the rebound. Back out to Woolridge.
See, what the Hornets need to do is calm down. You have the lead.
And it's blocked. Out of bounds. And it will belong to the Panthers.
See, I think Foreman should call a timeout. Tell the guys, calm down. Here it is again. And knock it out.
Knocked out by Woolridge.
Now, delay game warning on Foreman.
Okay, so that was the stoppage of play.
Yeah, Danforth's back in. Boy, he's well rested.
Now they trail by 2. A 3 would give them the lead.
They have to remember, they cannot be in a hurry.
Nope. Coming on 2 minutes. Varilla. And he has it swiped away. Now picked up by Eiler back at top of the key. He makes a drive down the lane. And he traveled.
Yeah, he took too many steps.
Traveling is called.
And that's what I was saying. You can't be in a hurry. You have to calm down and settle down. See, the crowd is into the ball game. The coaches are into it. They fought all the way back to within 2, but you can't be in a hurry. You just have to run your offense, calm down, do the things you have been doing all afternoon.
McCall back out to Woolridge. Now they'll back it out some.
Yeah, I mean, this is what I think they should do.
Yep.
Take their time. They have the lead. Run your offense.
And Doherty.
Oh,
and
great
he is
rotation.
Rejected by Sims.
Isaac Sims with great rotation on the defensive end. He comes over and just puts up that left paw and blocks the ball out of bounds.
Now off the, no.
You're going to call a timeout?
Timeout taken. Yeah. Timeout taken by the Foreman Hornets. They lead it by 2 with 1:28 remaining here in regulation time.
I guarantee you Coach Head is telling his Foreman guy, look, we have the lead. See, we don't need to rush to the basket like this. And great rotation there by Sims. He comes over from the weak side to block that shot. So I'm sure he's going to tell his guys, look, we have the lead. Okay, it's a 2-point lead. We have the ball and the lead. We don't have to rush.
Nope.
We don't really have to take a shot. We can dribble this thing out for 1 minute and 28 seconds if we want to. All we have to do is run our offense. They are going to come to us. So just be smart, take our time.
The Game Buster 5 is Comcast's recognition of the top 5 impact plays from CN100 Game of the Week coverage. Impressive offensive attacks, big defensive stops, crowd-pleasing plays that shape the outcome of the area's biggest games. It's Game Buster 5 only on Comcast On Demand. Look for details on cn100.tv. Eric Schmitz with some thoughts.
Guys in the Von Steuben huddle, they are they're asking their bigs to step up and help on the guards. They don't have a lot of respect for the passing ability right now of Foreman. They see Foreman attacking the basket and taking shots as opposed to passing. They're going to try and overplay on that now.
Well, I saw Vince Carter when the guys were coming out of the huddle, hitting his chest. Let's show some heart, guys.
Now they trail by 2. Here's Doherty. Now McCall, the senior. Making a move down the lane. The scoop layup is good. Mike McCall, the big shot for the 4-point lead.
Well, this entire fourth quarter, he wants the basketball, and he's been showing he can get to the basket.
He has 20 points in the ball game. And a block. Picked back up there by the Panthers. Underneath, up and in by Sims.
And Wateridge is hurt. Wateridge went down to the floor. I think he got an elbow or something to the face.
And another timeout taken, it looks like, inside a minute. 64 points now.
Oh boy, look at our man McCall. He has just taken over in the fourth quarter. He's told these guys, hey, let's just get on my back and let's go. And again, you get right there.
It's not a timeout. They got to get on the floor. There was a little confusion because it was the injured player.
Okay. They thought it was a timeout.
Each team still has a couple. Now McCall hounded there by Parnell.
Boy, is he quick. Is he quick with the basketball?
Foul on Parnell. Now we'll go to the line. 4th on Parnell.
So quick with the ball.
Mike with 20 points in the ball game tonight. Really got on fire in that third quarter, and 21 now. And here in the fourth, going to the hoop.
And
he had that big three-pointer before halftime, and that got him loosened up from long range. Here in the fourth quarter, he's taking it inside. And that one rims out. Gorilla, the tough rebound. It's a one-possession game. A three-pointer would tie it. Nolan Williams firing the three, and tying it is Parnell. 67 all.
I'm surprised they didn't call a timeout to set their defense.
Underneath, and a foul on the play. Denard will go to the line.
Boy, great dribble penetration there, though, by McCall. Boy, watch this shot. Kick it over to the guy wide open in the corner. Good.
And that's the 5th foul on Dantzler.
Dantzler had to make the foul. You didn't want to give up a layup in that situation.
He finishes with 9 points. He was shut out in the second half.
Big free throws.
Let's go there, Eric Schmidt, quickly.
Well, Kenny, Von Steuben only has one timeout remaining. If you remember the play where Varello got tied up on the ground and took a timeout when he was laying on the ground, the coaching staff was actually angry at him. They were almost willing to give up the possession to save the timeout coming down to the stretch here.
And remember, we talked about it early in the ball game. Free throws could come back to haunt Foreman.
It's a 1-point lead for the Hornets. And now a timeout is taken on the floor with 19.4 seconds. It's 68-67. The Hornets leading the Panthers.
Well, you know what? That was a big free throw.
Yep.
Because we thought, and we said earlier, that free throw shooting could come back to haunt Foreman. That was a big free throw, the one he made. That's a good timeout, I think, taken by Coach Head to set his defense.
Yep.
He wants to set his defense. Now, he has the 1-point lead with 19 seconds to go. So he wants to set his defense and tell the guys, I bet you put a little token pressure on the ball.
Right.
Make them
burn some
work
clock. Yep.
some time off the clock to bring it up. But the most important thing he's going to tell his guys, no senseless fouls. If they have a layup, if you can stop the ball from going up and foul somebody, you don't want to give up a layup, but no senseless fouls.
Don't forget, we'll have our CN100 Player of the Game interview after the conclusion of the game, and our CN100 Play of the Game as those young ladies have been active all night long and cheering, and great atmosphere at this gym at Foreman, and great showdown with their rivals from the Red North.
The Hornets' Nest.
Yep.
As you take a look at some of the banners, and the one they want that says City Champions 2010.
2010.
That's what everybody's fighting for.
So inbounding the ball will be Nolan Williams, and here's the man-to-man pressure, Ken, that you were talking about off the inbound.
Yep, because you want to make them work to bring the ball up court.
And here's Heiler with it.
The most dangerous man is always the guy to inbound the ball.
Yeah, guarded by McCall. Heiler now in the corner.
Travel.
And a travel violation. They never got a shot off.
Nolan Williams tried the fake move. Little fake move, but he moved his pivot foot. So what you want to do here is foul right away. You got to foul right away because they are not a good free throw shooting team. You foul anybody except McCall.
And McCall has it, and he's quickly fouled there by Heiler.
Yeah, that's the guy you didn't want to foul, but a great job by McCall getting open to get the basketball.
Tough finish for the Panthers. You fight all your way back, a chance to maybe win the game and not even get the shot off.
And wouldn't it be something if they won it on a free throw?
Yeah.
As poorly as they shot free throws tonight.
McCall, though, has been steady from the line. 6 of 7. 7 of 8. And the 2-point lead now, and a timeout taken by Coach Carter and the Panthers.
Well, remember, this
Last
free
one.
throw is the key because that would make it a 3-point game,
Right.
and then Von Steuben would need a 3-point shot. If he misses this ball, this free throw, and they get the ball, then a 2-pointer can tie it up. But
Right.
here's the key ball right here. See? Boop. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He
a little
moved.
hop.
Yeah, a little hop. He shuffled both feet. He jumped in the air.
You get a little excited, as we've talked all night about the speed and being excited, smart quickness. And, But what an effort by the Panthers. As we mentioned, they trailed by 9 in the third quarter and just kind of fought back within 1. But right now they trail by 2, and it's a situation where Mike McCall is at the line.
And I love it with the coaching staff of Von Steuben. They're talking to Nolan Williams. Hey, don't worry about that.
Yeah, that was a great thing. Coach Carter announced.
Don't worry about it.
Just shake it off and let's go. Yeah, Foreman has totally backed everybody out.
At the scorer's table, if they make this Osei Williams,
okay, now it's a 3-point lead. And checking out will be Isaac Sims.
and Williams comes in.
Varela will inbound. Heiler in midcourt. Beyond the line, will fire it at the buzzer, and it's short. The Hornets hold on to win it. 8-0 in the Red North Conference play. The celebration on the court here at Foreman High School as the Hornets are victorious over the Panthers. Your final score, 70-67. Bedlam here, back with our player of the game interview right after this.
You're watching the Comcast Network, CN 100, Chicago.
High School, where the Hornets tonight victorious over Von Steuben. Your final 70-67. Let's go on the court and join Eric Schmidt standing by with our CN100 player of the game.
Mike McCall, 23 points. More importantly, those 2 free throws at the very end with 4 seconds left. How does it feel to be put on the line in a situation like that with the conference on the line?
Man, it's big because I know it's clutch free throws. When I'm at the line, I know I can get the bucket, so that's to win the game. So I know Coach told me to knock him down. I knocked him down, got the game.
Von Steuben in the second half kept coming back, trying to chip away, and you guys kept holding them off. What was the key to do that?
Playing hard, aggressively, because in the first half we wasn't playing aggressive, so Coach told us to come out and play more aggressively, and that's what happened.
Tommy Woolridge had such a strong game today, too. How important is it for your game offensively for have him clicking, too? To hit Tommy.
To get Tommy in better, Tommy's a warrior. Tommy, he keep fighting, keep playing, and it's our job to keep him in the game, keep his head. Without him, we would roll.
Offensively, you guys attacked the basket quite a bit. Anything you saw in particular that you could take advantage of?
Too much jump shots, playing more aggressively, and Coach told us to keep attacking because that's where it was at. Our jump shots weren't involved, so he told us to keep going to the rack.
Conference championship back at Foreman. How's that sound?
Man, it's the first time it ever happened. We excited, Coach excited, fans excited, we good.
I couldn't tell who was more excited, you guys or Coach. Coach was hugging everybody on the court. I haven't gotten one yet. I don't think I'm going to get one though, Kenny.
You may.
That's our CN100
Terry's excited.
player of the game interview. Now our CN100 play of the game, and it comes from Mike McCall. And this is when it was like just about even up, and it was a nail biter. And in the fourth quarter, final minutes or so, McCall hits his layup.
But did you notice the way he used his rear to create a little space right there? He used his rear to create a little space, so he did a great job there. As I try to get my tie straight. You know what? It's hot in here. It's basketball.
It's basketball.
Leave it like that.
So,
but what a great ball game.
Great ball game, and our congratulations to Von Steuben for fighting back. But there's Coach had what a celebration he has, and congratulations, too. They 8-0 in the conference.
Yeah, the first conference championship now. But remember, the power in the North used to be at Von Steuben. That's why this was such a big win for these youngsters right here that had a chance to move this to a bigger venue. They wanted to play here in the Hornets' Nest, and you know what? They're happy that they did.
Yeah, so the celebration continues here at Foreman as the victorious with a victory tonight over the Panthers. Tonight's game is brought to you by Comcast, America's leading fiber optic provider of video, phone, and internet. Call 1-888-4BEST-TV, and by WGN Radio Sports Central with Dave Kaplan. Join Dave each weeknight on Radio 720 for the longest running #1 sports talk show in all of Chicago. So that'll wrap things up for us here at Foreman High School on the north side of Chicago tonight. Your final score again, 70-67. Foreman beating Von Steuben. So for Kenny McReynolds, for Eric Schmidt, for Statman Extraordinaire, Mr. Nick Pinto, for our producer-director tonight, Andy Ziorkowski, and our entire CN100 production team. This is Kerry Williams saying thank you so much for watching, and so long, everybody.
One place to catch the action. One place to experience the excitement. There is only one place for televised high school sports in Chicagoland. Comcast is your home for complete game coverage. Comcast is your ticket to extensive video highlights. Nobody delivers more local high school sports coverage than Comcast and CN100. Channel 100 everywhere.
The Chicago entertainment scene is smoking hot, and nobody brings you better coverage than Primetime Chicago. As the area's premier entertainment program, Primetime Chicago has access to exclusive parties, the biggest events, and the latest celebrity appearances. We visit Chicago's finest restaurants and party it up in some of Chi-Town's most notorious nightclubs. And you're invited to go along for the ride. Tune in to Primetime Chicago, daily at 6 and 10:30 here at CN 100 for Chicago's best entertainment coverage anywhere.
The Holocaust, a word that describes the darkest era of humanity. Now, for the first time on television, the Illinois Holocaust Museum and Education Center is profiled. Get an in-depth look inside this living memorial. Hear the moving stories of 2 Holocaust survivors and find out who was behind the creation of a Holocaust museum here in Illinois. Comcast proudly presents Site of Remembrance, Sunday at 8:30 p.m. and Monday at 9 p.m. right here on CN 100.
Trade the helmets and pads for shorts and sneakers, and you've got the CN 100 Hoops season opener.
And what better way to tip it off, Perry, than with the defending Class 4A boys champs. Richards High School was a sight as the Bulldogs began our coverage of the 2008-2009 basketball season with a showdown against crosstown rival Oak Lawn.
Battle for the rebound, and coming out with it are the Bulldogs, and Holmes, and he dishes off to Danos. Danos with the three, and the foul.
He's only a freshman. Here it is again. They come out on the bust out, and they come running down. He spots up and shoots. But see, when Garcia goes to block him out, he puts the body into him and knocks him down.
What a drive by Santiago for 2, and they regain the lead.
And most importantly, not only was it a great drive, but it was a great finish. But the key was a little hesitation dribble. That frees the defense just momentarily. Then he takes off, and he's able to get to the basket. But most importantly, he's able to finish, and that's the key.
And now Santiago's able to get the ball back after a stiff march with it. And now he throws it away. Here's Rushing to the hoop. Got it in the lead. Randall Rushing.
And again, the Bulldogs doing it on the defensive end. Looking at Santiago, he was really limping. Boy, and you know what? I think you got to get him out. But on deep offense, all of a sudden,
high off the glass, he got it. Santiago will go to the line.
Now, before he got the basketball, he was hopping on one leg. He got the basketball, and all of a sudden, he forgot about the injury. Here it is again. Now, he's hopping around before he gets his ball. Now, once he gets the basketball, the ankle looks okay. And the key there, the pump fake. Get your man up. When he comes down, you go up. The basket and the three-point play opportunity.
So now they've closed that to 2, and here's a steal by Rushing. He's got it, +1. Randall Rushing the steal, the bucket, and 1.
Well, defensive basketball game, and that's how the Bulldogs have gotten back to this ball game on the defensive end. And right there, you saw Randall Rushing. Here he is again in the passing lane. Now watch Rushing right there in the passing lane. Jumps right in front of the passing lane, comes down, gets the foul and the basket, and he'll be at the line attempting the three-point play.
Week 2 of our Hoops coverage took us to Lockport, where the host Porters squared off against Diamond Taylor and the Bolingbrook Raiders. And in the game's final seconds, it was Lockport's DeMonte Hopkins who stole the show.
Cross-court 3-try. Weatherall, back iron, no. Offensive rebound and the putback, no good. Bolingbrook on the offensive glass. Putback counted in the foul. Troy Snyder hitting the glass hard for the Raiders.
That might be a way to get out of your slump. 0 points against Nequa in their last game, but Troy Snyder getting it done on the offensive board. That's the kind of play, Mark, that can get you out of the slump. And Troy Snyder, a dynamic scorer when hot.
Reball by Gamble is short, and the rebound goes to Cox. Pushing it up, here's Taylor with the breakout.
Nice elevation. Lawrence Thompson calling the full timeout. He's going to stop that run real quick. Diamond Taylor getting up well over the rim, Mark. Showing his elevation right there. And that was a fast break to perfection for the Raiders. Lockport, a little surprised Lockport has been so willing to put up the three-pointers.
Oh, nice backdoor alley-oop play to Ryan Colazzo, and Colazzo in double figures with 10.
How about Kyle Ford? Contributions off the bench, big basket, and a beautiful assist, finding an open Colazzo that time. Nice job by Ford.
Hopkins picking up the dribble. They work it around to Campbell. Inside to Stevens, who lays it in with the left hand.
What a post beat. Lockport's ability to feed the post, very underrated tonight. Great job by Campbell.
Trailing by 1, 35 seconds remaining. Watch it unfold here.
They're not going to play for one shot, but they are going to be patient.
Bounce pass to Hopkins. Up balance shot is good. DeMonte Hopkins.
DeMonte Hopkins, off balance, but the soft touch. Biggest basket of the game.
The Batavia Bulldogs and the Geneva Vikings played before a packed house for our first Week 3 matchup. And it was the Vikings' stellar guard play that fueled their win on the road. In other action, the Lake Forest Scouts clipped the overmatched Mundelein Mustangs behind another all-team performance led by University of Michigan-bound senior Matt Bogridge.
And another steal, Sabinski. Well, behind the back, but almost lost the handle. Gets it off to Bogridge. Great
nice pass
to the cutter. Runs on the hoop.
Bogridge with a tremendous assist. Threading the needle.
Now they're down 9 and Geneva has the ball. D'Amico has been a little quiet lately, threw it away. Ben Potter race to the basket. Can he win it? Yes, he does. He lays it in.
Potter gets the basket, but a great defensive job on D'Amico on the other end by Ricky Klopp, and that's what got him going. Potter with the finish on the opposite.
He had 37 points against Zion Benton the other night.
Oh, man.
That's an outstanding ball club. Misses the shot, gets it back, and he
Look at
gets
that.
the rebound, +1.
Oh, and he runs into Sabinski. I'm not sure if that's the guy you want to run into, but Ben Brust is such a competitor. Look at this guy. Driving to the hoop, there's the opening, trying to get the body contact, getting the ball back, taking it up nice and strong, the foul, count it.
Freder King, bounce pass, nothing there for D'Amico. Now we'll go one-on-one, turns, changes hands, goes in and he hits.
He's going to need help. He's going to need help inside. Ricky Kloppen trying to defend him, but D'Amico showing his versatility, hitting one basket on the outside. Nice move inside that time.
Tipped out by D'Amico. D'Amico last to touch. Here he goes. Dishes off, and Geneva gets the bucket, and they'll also get a foul and a chance to make it a three-point play.
Well, those two guys, D'Amico and Freder King, have really done the job tonight. Jeremy D'Amico's done it offensively. He's done it rebounding, and here he does it with the pass and his buddy Christian Freder King on the break. The Vikings up 11 on the road. This will be a huge victory.
When the Evanston Wildcats welcomed legendary coach Gene Pingatore and his St. Joseph Chargers into their historic Brick Gym, St. Joe's Lewis Green led the mission to ensure Coach Ping's milestone 826th victory. Next up, the Chicago Public League's Red West Conference has always produced tough competitors. Into this West Side skirmish, Crane's Crandall Head led his Cougars against the defending 2A state champion North Lawndale Phoenix. The shot still is not falling here in the second half for the Cougars. Oh boy, what a great adjustment by Mills at the other end of the break. A timeout taken on the floor. The lead is now up to 19 after that fast break layup by Jonathan Mills.
Boy, what a great move. Mills goes up with the left hand, then he switches over to the right.
And they're not getting many offensive boards. But now they get a steal. It's a 2-on-1. And the finish by Frazier Chambers. Nice feed from Irving.
That was pretty athletic because the lob pass was off. No chance for the slam, and don't kid yourself. Frazier Chambers can get up and dunk it down, but he did a nice athletic job of catching the ball, putting it in.
Long range, long rebound, and here comes Head.
Boy, is he quick.
No mistake that time for Crandall Head.
Boy, is he quick. Oh, my goodness.
He now has 6 in the ball game. McCamey over to Simon. The green and the jam.
That might be the icing on the Lewis Green cake for his Player of the Game award tonight, as he is having a career offensive night.
Oh, here's your big fella.
Off the inbound to Jonathan Mills.
The planned play. I saw it coming from here.
Sometimes 32 minutes in the Chicago Catholic League are not enough to decide a basketball game. And Seton Academy and Mount Carmel needed 2 extra frames to reach a verdict in this epic thriller on Chicago's South Side. At Lake Zurich, the host Bears set out to avenge an early season loss to Brandon Paul and the Warren Blue Devils. And although the battle was intense, the result was the same, with the Blue Devils escaping with a 4-point win.
Here's Cox underneath Lewandowski. Spotted that by Coleman. Blue Devils on the run, 2-on-1. Brandon Paul flushed it.
Well, that'll get it done, huh? Brandon Paul headed to the U of I next year. Beautiful pass in transition, and Brandon, oh, can he elevate? We will have our CN 100 Player of the Game post-game. A lot of candidates.
And now it's 2-on-1 for the Sting. The alley for Walker on the lead.
Oh, that gets the fans going for Seton Academy. What a dish by DJ Cooper on the alley-oop.
So once again, they start the quarter with great defense and finishing.
He's improved a lot on it, though, since last year, no question.
Duncan, David Duncan. He's got it going tonight.
That was huge.
22 points tonight to lead everybody. Another trade.
Guarded there by Abrams. And Abrams with the steal. Picks it up. Tracy Abrams, body control, gets the bucket and the foul.
The Cacciatore Athletic Center is rocking right now after that play.
Inbound, now Stevenson working away to Cooper at the other end for 3. He hits the huge 3. DJ Cooper in the lead.
That's why you practice those out-of-bounds plays. Executed to perfection by Seton Academy.
Overtime was a bit of a theme for this year's CN 100 Game of the Week coverage, with the Homewood Flossmoor Vikings and the Bolingbrook Raiders locking up at the end of regulation in Flossmoor. Then at Bartlett, Neuqua Valley's inside presence of Dwayne Evans and Kareem Abadou proved to be too much for the Gutty Hawks in this Upstate 8 clash.
In 25 points. We're on a 100-point pace.
And what a scoop layup and drive by Little. He has 11 points in the quarter. Here comes Brown. Brown and the Wildcats. The dish off to Evans and the jam.
And what did Brown do for you? What he did so well was what I'm always telling you to do. Stop at the free throw line and look for your fillers. And that's what he did. He saw Evans filling the lane for the easy dunk.
And we talked about getting in within single digits. And now here comes Saffold to tie the game at 40.
Did you notice the way he went around Green? Green tried to draw the charge. That may be the play of the game.
And a near steal, but here comes Cox. And Cox will finish.
And what a nice job of Cox did in the air again, avoiding the contact.
Cox now with 9.
You'll have time before you get into it. Good cut.
And getting the bucket to go is Jones.
Oh, what a cut by Jones.
And the Vikings end up victorious by 2 in overtime.
Game of the Week closed out the month of January with a showdown in Harvey as the top-ranked Thornton Wildcats hosted Sicka East rival TF North. Also, it was a battle for Arlington Heights as the Hersey girls took on the Lady Lions of St. Viator.
get the basket, too. Beautiful pass there set up by Kelly Rogowski. Basic basketball. Maddie Swan on the tail end of it.
But let your guys go from block to block, but move the ball around. And when he comes around, right there, give it to him.
Montgomery gets the bucket and count it. Sean Montgomery off the bench has 12 points in the game.
Well, we talked about athleticism. This is a tremendous athlete. That is not the style of play they play.
For three.
Well, you know he can score.
Lead.
The one thing you know he can do is score. That's pretty cool. He gets a better free throw shooter, obviously.
Quick shot, fight for the rebound, tracked down there by Smith. Smith going baseline, got it off the glass. Reggie Smith.
He can score in bunches. Madison.
Yeah.
No, the Madison. What, did he double dribble?
But a block instead, and on the break, and the finish, and the flush by Gray for two.
Well, we've seen Gray jumping up and down all night. This time he follows it up with a dunk.
And they count the hoop and one.
There may not be a better athlete on the floor than Gray.
CN100 tipped off February with a special live presentation from the Dog Pound in Waukegan. That's where Jeremy Richmond and the rest of the Bulldogs lit up the scoreboard against North Chicago. Then in Catholic League action, James Pointer and the Leo Lions roared past the St. Rita Mustangs. Now fighting for the loose ball rebound, but here come the Lions with it. And on the break, and the jam, Johnson on the finish.
Oh, talk about athleticism. Look how high up he has to go to get that basketball.
Isaac Smith with the setup and Johnson on the finish. Back at the other end, he has the rebound. On the break, but stolen by Ford. Ford with the scoop way up around Richmond.
He just goes right at it. Off the steal, he goes right to the basket. He's not afraid of Richmond being there, and he does great body control to go around Richmond.
Picks up his dribble and able to dish it off and take it back inside. Nicely done. As Portwood with the finish, but credit the freshman Johnson.
I can say, what a great pass by Johnson.
And now the steal by Pointer. And the jam at 5'10".
Oh, he got up, gets the crowd going. Every time you put that ball down, there he is, gets up and gets it down.
And the rejection.
That's 7 blocks. It's a block party. And it's a dunk
party. Off the glass from Springs.
From the block party to the dunk party. They know he's going to turn. He looks out the back of his eye. He turns around and says, you know what? Springs says, you know what, Jeremy? You can have.
On this week's Community Connection, the Morton Arboretum unveils its new outdoor exhibit. Christopher House makes a difference to families on Chicago's north and west sides. 2,000 people walked 18 miles to help erase the stigma surrounding suicide. And North America's largest touring Big Top lands in the West Loop. All this and much more next on Community Connection. Welcome to Community Connection. I'm Cindy Bravos. The first of its kind in Chicago, a new outdoor exhibit at the Morton Arboretum invites you to see, touch, and explore 11 whimsical, imaginative animal houses. Joining us now is Gina Tedesco. Welcome to Community Connection.
Thank you for having me, Cindy.
What a great exhibit, animal houses. And Tell us what it is.
It's 11 houses to get people to understand the importance of trees to animals, to look at life through the eyes of an animal, to sometimes pretend you're an animal and see how the animals rely on trees for their houses. And then, of course, once you're thinking that way, we hope you start thinking about the two-legged animals, us, and how we rely on trees as well, and there are many benefits, some of them lesser known, but very, very important for all of us.
Now, what makes this a first-of-its-kind exhibit? What's different about it?
This exhibit was designed specifically for us at our request, so there's no other exhibition like this anywhere that we know of.
Okay, and it opened right around Memorial Day.
It sure did, and it will run through the summer and is scheduled to end November 15th.
And what has the response been so far?
People have been very surprised. That, first of all, they're telling us that they're surprised at how big the houses are, that they're larger than they expected, and that people can climb through them, in them, over them, and just in general get the sense of what it's like to be some of these animals and using these animal houses and how they have multiple escape routes, for example, to avoid predators.
So it's designed to be interactive so
Yes.
that you can really kind of empathize with an animal and what their habitat is.
Right, and again, as we always try to do, we try to explain the importance of trees and how animals use trees in a variety of ways.
All right, Gina, tell us what we're looking at here.
This is the Pollywog Pond, a theater of the mind in which a person comes in underneath these pollywogs that are suspended by wires. Now, we're going into the skunk den here, which pokes fun at the fact that skunks don't like loud noises, and here's an eye chart poking fun at the fact that skunks have terrible eyesight. And then the children can slide down the slide. And the purpose here is, with this and the great heron rookery and the others, is to give children enjoyable experiences early on in their life so that they grow up wanting to protect trees and nature. Now, here's some children climbing on the ground level representation of a nest. The fallen log here that you're going to see is the one in the near ground. This is an animal apartment complex because, indeed, when an animal dies, when a tree dies, insects, raccoons, squirrels, and other animals will use the same fallen log to live in. And this is a papercrete raccoon. And what do you say, Cindy, we name him Rocky?
That's a great name, Rocky Raccoon.
And here's another one. This raccoon could also be Rocky, I suppose. He's at the top of the raccoon den. This is a 14-foot high woven willow sculpture, and you're seeing from inside now the tail of the raccoon that you saw at the top. The woven willow was created very, very strongly so that it's very, very secure. Here now are children climbing on the spider web, and they're learning that spiders actually can't see. So what they do is they hear the vibrations of their prey and go get it. Here's a secretive animal, the coyote. The coyote den pokes fun at how intelligent these animals are. You see the phone tree, how they call each other. Grandma's a yip, yip, howl, etc. So again, we're teaching about these creatures, and we're teaching about how intelligent they are and ultimately how they and us really rely on trees, so that we really need to plant and protect trees.
It's very creatively designed, and it looks like it's engaging. The kids want to be part of those exhibits.
They have a ball because they're always climbing. They want to climb everything, even things that are not meant for climbing.
What's the age appropriateness of this exhibit?
I would say up to age 15 for some of the climbing activities, and up through adults for all the rest of it, because there are aspects of this that really help children understand and adults understand how intelligent these animals are.
So these exhibits are throughout the Arboretum. They're not in any one central place, in the children's garden perhaps, or...
That's correct. We have a few clustered in the wetlands, a few in the woodlands, and a few at the Schulenburg Prairie.
And that way, depending on the animal, it's their natural habitat.
Exactly, and we get people to get away from the central area of the Morton Arboretum and discover the rest of the 1,700 acres.
Now, what's disappointing is that the exhibit is going to close, so we should tell people if they want to see it, they need to get there before Thanksgiving.
That would be a good idea. November 15 is the scheduled close, and you can come back time and time again and spend the day, and if you're not exploring the animal houses, you can explore the children's garden, the maze garden, and many other venues as well.
Well, it's a perfect close-to-home excursion, so we invite people to the Morton Arboretum to visit your website as well, and this is included in the cost of admission. So.
Cost of admission, that's right.
All right, Gina, thanks for being with us today.
My pleasure, Cindy.
Don't go away. There's more Community Connection right after this.
You're watching the Comcast Network, CN 100, Chicago.
Get it when you want it. It's CN 100, now on demand from Comcast. Access all of our award-winning programs at the touch of a button. From an athlete's tackle to politicians tackling issues, it's entertainment you want and information you deserve. From across Chicagoland to the very heart of your community, it's CN 100's original programming on demand from Comcast. Now, go get some.
For more than 100 years, Christopher House has made an impact on the lives of thousands of low-income families in Chicago's north and west sides. The program integrates a variety of services to meet the specific needs of families. Here with more information is Director of Development and Communications, Jenna White-Beasley, and Director of Teen Parent and Infant Development Services, Sarah Manowith. Welcome to Community Connection.
Thank you so much.
A social service agency that's been around for more than 100 years is quite an accomplishment. How have you been able to achieve that kind of success?
You know, we've been very adaptable to meet the times and sort of the changing needs of our families. So we were founded by the Presbytery of Chicago in 1906 and to meet the needs of immigrants. And our services over time have really changed. And now we have 5 different sites throughout the city. We meet the needs of low-income working families through a range of services, through early childhood education, after-school programming. We also believe that you need to offer the whole family support for the whole family to succeed. So we have excellent adult education, ESL, GED programs, job readiness programs to really help the whole family get on a path to success and to break the cycle of poverty.
And what about some of the programs that you focus on, Sarah?
Well, Teen Parent and Infant Development Services is just one of the many that Jenna mentioned, and we provide long-term intensive support to pregnant and parenting teens and their families who live on the north and northwest sides of Chicago. So our core service is a home visiting program. So pregnant or parenting teens are assigned a parent educator who goes into their home, usually on a weekly basis, and works with them on whatever needs they have to become the best parent they can be. We also have doula services. Doulas are specially trained women who help the moms through pregnancy and labor and delivery. They help these young women learn how to communicate effectively with their healthcare provider. They help them actually through labor and delivery to have the most positive experience they can have, and then really help them in that transition to very early motherhood.
So it's really like an extended family kind of program.
And it's interesting because families at Christopher House often give that feedback to us. Many children grow up through Christopher House, so they may have started in an early childhood development classroom, moved into after school, graduate successfully from high school, at the same time that their parents may have been taking an adult education course. And they do feel very much like we are a second family and a second home to them.
So it is what Gina said, really focusing on serving the entire family and offering services for all of them. Then the question comes, where does the money come from? Who pays for the programs? These are great programs.
They are great programs. So our early childhood programs are Head Start funded. We have Preschool for All funds that we received. About 75% of our funding comes through the government, and the rest comes through private revenue. So comes through corporations, individuals, foundations. And really it's that last bit of money that allows us to provide this whole web of support services. So to have in-house family counselors working with children, working with families, that's highly unusual for this type of social service agency, but we can provide that because of that private revenue.
And the guidelines for qualifying for services are what?
All services are voluntary. Most of the early childhood and after-school programs do have income requirements, income eligibility. The Teen Parent program is anyone who's interested in learning more about becoming a mom and being effective in that. And then the nice thing is that once someone has enrolled in any one of our programs, the entire family is eligible for the kinds of support services that Jenna has described. So if some family is in particular crisis, we can also help them with things like food pantry. We can help them with counseling, as she mentioned. And so anyone that lives in that household, even if there's only one child enrolled in